Hey guys, and welcome to my brand new LP of Pokemon Platinum. I thought after my Civilization LP I'd tackle a game that or a game series that I'm quite familiar with and just played a lot of. So let's get this bad boy underway. So, here we go. Hello there, very nice to meet you. Welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Rowan. Everyone just calls me the Pokemon Professor. Interesting. This is my first adventure. This is not my first adventure, thankfully. So I don't need any information. There's Pokemon. So we're gonna just touch this. There we go. And that's the first Pokemon we'll see in the game. So basically he's just telling us what the whole point of Pokemon is, so to battle, to train, and to become a companion with them. So, I am going to be a boy, yes. Yes, I am very much. My name is going to be, no, not an M. My name is going to be Charlie. Got to make sure it's grammatically correct. Alright, we're getting ready to start the adventure. Yes, it is. Okay, so you're Charlie. A fine name that is. Now this boy, I believe he's your friend. What's it going to be? Instead of giving him a new name, I think I'll just stick with Barry. It's the first one he gives. I'll just stick with that one. So, alright, Charlie, the time has come. Your very own tale of grand adventure is about to unfold. On your journey, you will meet countless number of Pokemon and people. I'm sure that along the way you'll discover many things, perhaps even something about yourself. Now go on, leap into the world of Pokemon. Here we go, the start of it. So, we agreed to buy this quite nice television screen. Pokemon are by our side always. I hope they will understand the meaning of those words. That was a comment left by Professor Rowan, who has returned to Sinnoh from the Kanto region. That concludes the special comment. Let's Ask Professor Rowan, brought to you by Jubilife TV on the Network Web. So, oh, already encountered Barry. Hey there, do you see? Yeah, sure did. He must have lots of Pokemon. I bet you give us some Pokemon. That's a good idea, Barry. Wait for your PC. Where was I? Alright, we're gonna see Professor Rowan. I'll be waiting outside, try to be late. That's 10 million Pokédolls. Jesus. Calm down, Barry. So we've got a Wii, and if you're a veteran of the franchise, you'd know that every iteration of the game, the console changes by the TV, which is quite a nice feature. I quite like it. Straight off the PC, it just tells you the basics of what it is to be in the Pokemon universe. Got enough bed, but anyway, let's continue the story by going downstairs. So we meet our mother, who then talks to us. Charlie, Barry's already left. I don't know what he's on about, but he sure was in a hurry. Yes, with his Mach 1 running speed when compared to ours. Jesus. Oh yes, and Charlie, don't forget to go into Toolgast and might bite you. So we'll take care, sweetie. How lovely. So we're in Twin Leaf City. So, we're in the starting area with some pretty calm and nice music. Oh, what's this guy going to tell us? Hey, yeah, Charlie, Barry's looking for you. I think he's at home right now. Why don't you go check it out? So, we have to go check where Barry is. I believe this is us. Yes, it is. Oh, jeez. Calm down, Barry. What was that about? Oh, hey, Charlie. I'm just going to see Professor Rowan. We should come too. Just forgot something. So, we are going to go into his house. It's kind of creepy. This is his mother, who just says, hello, we looked at Barry. He's gone back upstairs. Who does he take after in the family? I really don't know. He's up here. I better take my banging journal. Hey Charlie, waiting on the road. It's turning doors. Too late. Again with the 10 million polka doors. But yeah. Let's go. So now we can advance. It's gonna, no. Okay, we're going through. So now we're on Route 201. Now Barry's enlightening us the fact that we were too late. We are then going to proceed into going into the grass. Barry is trying to convince the fact that it's a good idea to go in them while wild Pokemon could jump out and considerably hurt us. Okay, stick with me. Here it goes. On your marks. Hold it. This is Professor Rowan. Do you know, to move on this meeting going to tall grass. Professor... Oh hey Charlie, this old guy is Professor Rowan, isn't he? What is he doing here? Try to get into small grass, finding what Pokemon what to do. The world should have changed if any Pokemon was around to put them on my path. You two, you truly love Pokemon? Yes, we do. I'll ask you once again, do you truly love Pokemon? Well, you can ask that 100 times, we'll never change the answer. Right, Charlie? Yes. A pair of reckless kids who foolish hands regards to that Pokemon there? That worries me that people would do that with Pokemon. Well, we'll forget about me. Pokemon to my friend. I mean, we tried to get into grass and all. How big of you? Very well then, I enlist you two or two Pokemon. I refuse to bring you for the excess. However, you must promise to never wreck yourselves. Then, now, now where? And here's Dawn. As we're only left briefly late. Serena, now nice work. She's with this Pokemon. So pardon, these Pokemon are hard to place. We already decided that Pokemon. Then place. Go on, open the briefcase and choose a Pokemon. Alright, so this is the starter Pokemon you can get. I'll go through them. First off, we have Turtwig, who's a grass-like Pokemon. He's considered, if you take Turtwig, he's considered to be the harder. Although to be fair, anytime you take a grass-type starter in any game, they're considered more to be weaker as the other two, but also it makes the adventure a little bit more difficult. We then have Chimchar, who is the fire type, who is one of the most common ones. He's quite easy to master. A lot of the early game you'll find quite easy if you take him. We then have Piplup, who is the balanced one really. Water type, obviously, is pretty well, and I am going to choose him or her. By the way, if you haven't played the game before, your rival will always take the Pokemon that you're weak to, the type that you're weak to. So, there goes Dawn. I don't know why we had to let her pass, because I don't think we even got into her way. So Barry's just saying that he thinks the professor is quite scary. Oh. So here's the first battle of the game. This is the first trainer battle you'll come across. So you send out Turtwig, you send out Piplup. Fight. We're going to use Starter for Pound to get some of that damage onto Turtwig. Also, Turtwig can be quite slow, but he also tends to do this. That one. We will use Withdraw, which will increase his defense, thus for making it so that your moves are quite significantly lower. So what I'm going to do is use Growl to lower his attack, which should, if we use it again, it should, 2 damage, so it reduced from 5 to 2. It's pretty useful. I'm just going to keep chipping him down. Again, this is kind of annoying because it just prolongs the fight, but I mean, oh well. I'm not mistaken, Turtwig is although he's the hardest, he is the first starter to gain... Oh no, never mind, he isn't. He just doesn't get Growl, he gets Withdraw instead of Growl. So, yeah. So here we go. Just slowly prolonging the fight. Oh my, look at it. See, he knows you can't win. The AI knows they can't win. It's just annoying the fact that it keeps trying to prolong the fight. There we go. Finally using an attacking move. Fortunately, there's 2 damage. This is probably the most uninteresting part of this early game so far. There we go. That should do it. Yeah. So first battle, 1. We're getting 67 experience. Is that going to? Yes. He'll gain to level 6. Which boosts his stats. We're going to get? No, not quite. About halfway to the next level. 500 Poké Dollars. I'll take that. Let's go home. So now Barry's going to proceed to go home, and so are we. Talk to our mother. Not dear. Oh, well, that happened to you, Barry. But okay, imagine it didn't. Imagine what they might have done to you too. So basically, she's just saying we should thank him for Pokemon, and then she says we should go to the next town and receive the running shoes, which will help us quite a bit. Which will help us quite a little bit. Basically, what it will do is instead of walking like this, you can now run, but you have to hold down the B button. But it's significantly better. So now we meet Barry. Too slow, sick of waiting for me. Okay. There's Pokemon. I believe we're going this way, I think. Alright, we're at the lake. So we're gonna, so basically there's a legendary Pokemon here, and Barry wants us to try and find it. Who is this? The Flowing Time. The expanding space. I will make it all mine one day. Cypress is my name, remember it. Until then, sleep while you can. Legendary Pokemon of the lake bed. Allow me to pass, step aside. Jeez. He'll become more important later in the game. Yeah, it's basically just exclaiming that he's a weird guy. Oh. I believe... I won't give away which Pokemon it is. So basically Barry wants us to go and catch it. So basically... We have to go to the Professor's lab in Sandon Town. Also on this route we can find Bidoof, who's an alright Pokemon, but is primarily used for HM slaves, so things like Rock Smash and Strength and things like that. Also on this route we have Starly, who's a pretty decent normal flying type with okay stats, useful to pick up late game because of its evolution, and yeah, it's an alright Pokemon. And finally on this route we can find a Pokemon called Kricketot. I wouldn't advise getting this Pokemon due to the fact that it's got a poor type, it doesn't learn very good moves, and it's not the strongest Pokemon, and I'd probably avoid this one. Starly, who I will not be picking up. Let's try and get him down, let's try and get some experience. And for anyone that doesn't know, who hasn't played Pokemon before, with a random occurrence, what you can do is run. So you have a chance to run from the battle. Whereas you can't do that when it's a trainer battle. The whole point of that is just so if you don't want to find a Pokemon or you don't want to get into random encounters, you can just run away, and it basically just saves you time. But I wanted it because the experience gain is very useful at this point in the game. So we get to this town and we meet Dawn. She wants us to come with me. and it just turned evening, which actually looks beautiful, the evening in this game. Barry's here. He's not scary. Okay, he's going to see us later. Very much impatient, Dawn. I'd highly agree with you that he is very impatient. So, we go into here, we meet the professor. He has a look at our Pokemon. Seems rather happy, that's great. Enlisting you with Piplup was no mistake. We should give it a nickname. I won't at this point, but anyone that wants to comment on the video can comment a name that I can give it, and then we'll give it a name later on in the game. So it's happy. I'll definitely cherish it. I'm glad you can't watch Pokemon. Okay. So, main topic. Allow me to properly introduce myself first. My name is Rowan. I study Pokemon. First of all, I want you to know exactly which Pokemon live in the Sinnoh region. To do so, it's necessary to collect data using a Pokedex. This is what I wish to ask you. I want to enlist you with a Pokedex. Will you record? Yes, I will. Good answer. Charlie and I obtained the Pokedex. The Pokedex is very hard to devise. Basically, it's in every game. It keeps a record of what Pokemon you see and catch. And it's basically, that's pretty much it. It's pretty simple. When you're waiting out there now, go on your grand adventure now begins. So now Dawn has got Chinchar. So she's like you. She acknowledges she's exactly like you, but with a tiny head start. So let's exit out of here. Basically, this early game is set this as well. TM27. Technical machine return. So basically, return is a move that does more damage if your Pokemon is happier, I believe. So the more happy your Pokemon is, the more damage it'll do. Whereas the more unhappy it is, the less amount of damage. So this is just a tutorial. This is the Pokemon Center where you can heal Pokemon. Basic standard. This is the Pokemart where you can buy stuff like potions, Pokeballs, and more advanced items later into the game. Now she's going to talk to us. She's going to help him around the Pokemon. Needs to go far away, so I'll let them know. Heal the Pokemon. Pokemon stuff is scary. Okay, bye. So we now have to go ahead and return back to our family. So we have to go and return back to our mother, and really easily these ledges that you might see, although you can't do this, go this way, you can actually go back up this way and jump over them. It just makes you avoid the grass here, so it avoids stuff. So we're going back to Twin Leaf Town. Talk to our mum. Welcome home. It's out for here. Take a quick rest. So my first friend asks you to do something big. That's great. It's basically just acknowledging the fact that you got it back. Then we get the journal, which it basically just keeps a record of the sort of stuff you do like in a normal day. Just joking. Spends time on the adventure, especially new things, new situations, make your mother happy, and basically just wants you to come back. It's now Barry's mum. Excuse me, look, is my little Barry? Oh no, he's not. Oh, he must have left already. What to do? The boy's going on an adventure. He's headstrong. He wants to take this. No way, Charlie would deliver it for him. Which Charlie? Yes, I will. So we got a parcel for Barry. Okay, so she wants. You think knowing your boy probably just be in Jubilife City. So that's going to be the next destination for us on our grand adventure. So through to Route 201, and we find an occurrence. Another Starly. So I'm just going to run away from that fight. And then we're going to go up through here. So we got pretty far in the game. We got past the tutorials, we got past the intro. But I think this is where I'll leave it for today, for the first episode of Pokemon Platinum. Thanks for watching, and remember, if you got a name for Piplup, drop it in the comments below, and thanks for watching, and